everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sitting here with no makeup on. I have a little moisturizer, a little sunscreen, but that's about it because we are testing out the new L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum Foundation. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have worn this a couple times, so it's not a first impression for me, but I can tell you I'm obsessed with this foundation. I think it's absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna try it on camera for you, show you what my skin looks like, show you how it wears throughout the day. So that is going to be the video. So if you're interested in seeing this new foundation in action, please keep watching. So on the back of the package, this is what it says. The skin benefits of a hyaluronic acid serum, now tinted, instant radiance with a nude skin effect. Instantly, skin feels hydrated, skin looks healthier over time, and that is all it says. And then it has the ingredients as well. Okay, so I did pick up the shade 4-5 medium. I did notice in stores the selection for shades wasn't the best. I think there might have been maybe 10 options, so the shade range, not the best, but hey, I don't know. Hopefully, if this is a hit, they extend the shade range a bit because, you know, I don't know. That's not a lot. That's not a lot of shade ranges for people. It comes in this dropper kind of format. Now, one thing I have been noticing is if you want to pick up the product, make sure when you are putting it back in, you're clamping down the little thing here, the little, whatever this thing is, the white squishy thing. Make sure you push it in together and then release it, because that's what's picking up the foundation. When I first started using it, I'm like, this is not grabbing anything, and that's why. So you have to just make sure that you pick it, when you put it back in, just make sure you clamp it and then release it, and it will suck back up the foundation in the little dropper. I do like a dropper system like this because you can really control how much you're putting on your face. It's like a pump sometimes, squirts out too much, squirts out too little. For this little dropper thing, I really like it. So this is the shade 4-5 medium. You can tell it's very lightweight, not overly pigmented. It does have a nice radiant effect to it. The 4-5 medium has a little bit of yellow, but it's not like super yellow. Like I just tested out, what foundation was that? Oh, the Positions Formula one. Wow, that was very, very yellow undertone. But this one, very forgiving, and you can just see it just makes your hand look radiant. It doesn't give you obviously full coverage, but it does give you something. So this was sent to me in PR, this little Makeup Forever water tone sponge, and I've been using this non-stop probably for 2 months, and this has not cracked. So usually with a lot of sponges like this, I have to buy one almost every month because for some reason they don't last long for me. But this guy right here, I think it is a little bit more pricey. I'm having great luck with it not falling apart. So I do highly recommend this sponge by Makeup Forever. I think it's awesome. Now for this foundation, I don't know. I put like 1 squeeze full, I guess. Like that much. It's very ruddy, it's liquidy, so you have to kind of, you know, make sure if you're going to drop it on your face, it's not going to go all over your clothes. Let's do one side so you can see the difference. I just finished actually the True Match foundation that's in the pump that kind of looks a little bit similar to this. I just finished that foundation and I actually really enjoyed it. I would 100% repurchase it again. Now this foundation kind of reminds me of that foundation, but I would say the other one has a little bit more coverage. This one gives you a little bit more radiance, less coverage, and just kind of gives your skin a fresh kind of look and feel. Lately, I would have to say too, I'm more into a natural kind of foundation. I've been having good luck with my skin not breaking out. It's just been looking pretty nice. I do get some redness and stuff, but my skin overall has been pretty good. So I don't like to cover it up with a lot of foundation anymore. I used to really enjoy a full coverage foundation. It used to be my thing. But now as I'm, you know, getting more mature, I'm just finding that it doesn't look as great on my skin. Another great thing about this as well, it has the hyaluronic acid built in, so it's kind of like a skincare benefit as well. It keeps your skin very, very hydrated. You definitely can see the difference between each side. So this is the side with foundation. It just evens out the redness. It has a little bit of that yellow undertone, which does help even out redness, but you could still see my skin. My skin still looks like skin, and this is the side with nothing on it. So you can really see it does have a really nice radiance to it, so if you hate setting your foundation with powder and you just really like that fresh radiant feel, you will like this. Another great thing about this too, it feels very weightless, like you have absolutely nothing on. So if you really hate the feeling of foundation, I feel like you'll really enjoy this one because it just feels like you legit have nothing on. I would say if I had to rate this for coverage wise, I'm gonna go with a light coverage. I think you can build on it to be a light medium coverage, but I wouldn't say it's a medium coverage foundation. Like I have a little red mark here, you're still seeing that on my nose. So what I've been doing lately when I use a lighter coverage foundation, I just go in with a concealer and I will go into all the areas on my face that maybe need a little bit more help. Instead of putting, you know, a heavy foundation everywhere and then also concealing on top, I like to go a little bit more light-handedly. So I'm having a little bit of a breakout right here on the top of my forehead. Don't know what happened, that just appeared overnight. Another thing I really love about this foundation as well, it's very effortless and very easy. Like you don't have to worry about streaks, you don't have to worry about working fast with the product. I feel like it's very forgiving, and again, it's super lightweight. It just gives you that lightweight, natural, radiant coverage. You can see here we have a little bit of redness. It is peeking through a bit, so if I take a little bit more of the foundation, feel like you will need a concealer. If you have problematic skin, I would say that this foundation probably won't be the best if you like to have like a nice full coverage, just because again, this is not giving you full coverage by any means. You're still seeing a little bit of the redness peeking through on my skin, but what I love about it is my skin feels very natural, it feels lightweight, and it does give me a nice coverage. I would say just a lightweight, natural kind of coverage. For my concealer, I'm just going to use a little bit of the Chanel number 30. It's the Le Correcteur by Chanel. I'm going to use a tiny bit of this. So I'm just going in where my dark circles are. You can go anywhere on your face that you are having a little bit more redness showing through. I have a little bit of breakout up here. And I have this red thing on my nose. I always like to just even out my complexion with a little bit of concealer down the middle of my face. I'm going to go in and set my under eye with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is their number 1 Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. So we're going to go with a little bit of that just to set my concealer. Okay, so at this point, if you are super dry, you're probably not going to set your face at all, and your face is going to have this really nice, beautiful, radiant sheen to it. Also, if you're dry, you're going to love this foundation because it has that 1% hyaluronic acid, which is great for holding moisture into the skin. Great anti-aging benefits as well with the hyaluronic acid. But for me, because I do get oily, I'm going to set my face with the Dermablend Translucent Powder. This is going to make it less radiant, obviously. So if you are looking for that radiant foundation effect, yes, go for no setting powder. But for me, I need to set it or it will be off my face. Any foundation that I put on, if I do not set it, it comes off. If I talk on my phone, it comes off on my phone. If I sweat, it comes off. So again, I like taking a little bit of this translucent powder. This is great from Dermablend. It's waterproof and it doesn't alter the color of your foundation as well. So I just like to do a dusting of this. Another thing I noticed too when I do set this foundation, it looks natural, it looks nice. Sometimes when you set foundations, it could be splotchy or weird. This just looks very natural, but obviously it takes away the radiant finish, which I know some people really like. But for me, it is fine because I will be radiant. Give me 2 hours. Okay, so the time right now is 11:32 a.m. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of my face makeup off camera. I will check back in throughout the day and give you my updates, but this so far is my face. Okay, so I'm just checking back in. It's now 1:22. I just filmed this look. Actually, it's probably going to be up before this video. This is on the new LOREAL makeup, so if you're interested in this look, it will be up on the internet space for you. But so far, so good. I just wanted to kind of give you an update. All my makeup sits so beautifully on top of this foundation. I can't say anything bad about it so far. So I'm going to wear it throughout the day, and then I'll check back in later to give you my final thoughts and opinions. But this is what it looks like with all the product over top, and I'm just loving it. Okay, I'm checking in. This is going to be the only check-in. It's 8 o'clock. I applied this foundation at 11:30. I have not done any sort of touch-ups whatsoever. You are seeing what it looks like after so many hours of not doing anything. I'm definitely oily, I would say around the nose for sure, but that's normal for me. I get very oily in my T-zone. And on the forehead. But you can see I have not lost any of the foundation. The foundation has not lifted from my face. It's not settled into the fine lines as well, which is so nice because I do find a lot of the times as you wear foundation throughout the day, if you have any sort of creasing or lines, it will settle into the lines. But for me, this doesn't. And I think because it does contain that hyaluronic acid, it's really helping to plump and hold moisture to the skin. So I think that's great. If you have fine lines, or even if you're more mature and you're looking for something very lightweight that gives you, you know, like a light to medium coverage with some radiance, it doesn't settle in your fine lines, I think you're really going to like this. But overall, honestly, this has become one of my new favorite foundations. And again, I have wore it prior to this for a week, and I can tell you that I have not broken out from it. That's one thing I always am kind of skeptical about when I start to try a new foundation, I always think, is it going to break me out? But this one absolutely does not break me out. I really like the way my skin looks. It still looks like skin. It lasts all day long. I do get oily. Yes, you're going to get oily throughout your T-zone. I do like to set my foundation, but if you are dry, I also think you'll like this as well. Okay, so this is it. This is the final review. Overall, this is the 10 out of 10. This is going to be probably one of my new favorite foundations. Will it replace my Maybelline Matte and Poreless? I don't know. I'm going to have to do maybe a comparison video. Maybe that's a great idea. I'm gonna keep wearing this throughout the weeks, but honestly, I just love the way my skin looks. I like the way my skin feels. I love how it has the hyaluronic acid in it, so I cannot recommend this enough. It's great for combination skin. I think also it's great for dry skin. The only thing is it doesn't have full coverage, so if you're looking for a foundation with full coverage, this will not be it. This is definitely a light coverage foundation that just gives you a really nice radiance to your skin. But overall, for me, I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. So that's going to be my review. I really hope you did enjoy this foundation review. If you did, as always, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.